15 most beautiful places you should see at least once. Going to new places while exploring new things does sound like a dream come true, doesn't it? Back in the day, traveling was more of a privilege for the rich and famous, but now you can have all the perks and marvel at all the beauties they come with. Our bodies may be stuck at home due to the pandemic, but hey, there's nothing wrong with planning and dreaming of these picturesque places while we wait for the world to reopen. Through this video, we'll take you on an amazing journey. Let your mind travel and your heart blossom as we virtually visit these 15 most beautiful places on Earth you should visit at least once in your life. Ready your passport and boarding pass? Number 1. Naples, Italy. If you think Rome and its ruins are amazing, wait until you see Naples. This is one of the oldest cities in the world with an artistic vibe and design. This is where you'll find some of the best archaeological museums in the world. That said, most areas of the city are like a giant museum. Walking through its streets and plazas is an exploration by itself. Not to mention when you get to see the castles and the city's historic center. Number 2. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. If you're into underwater beauty, the Great Barrier Reef is a must visit. It is home to thousands of species of fish, and you can see hundreds of types of coral. Because of this natural biodiversity, diving in the Great Barrier Reef is like being in another world beyond your imagination. Without a doubt, this place deserves to be on the UNESCO World Heritage List, as well as your travel bucket list. However, with the unfortunate bleaching effect of global warming, the appeal of this place is in danger of vanishing. Needless to say, you should grab the first chance you get to have an amazing experience exploring this underwater charm. Number 3. Avenue of the Baobabs, Madagascar. Google Madagascar and chances are you'll see images with these trees in the background. These are called baobab trees. As you can tell from its name, Avenue of the Baobabs is a road lined with baobab trees. It's nothing like the ordinary tree-lined streets. These trees stand 853 feet tall, or approximately 260 meters. The striking landscape lies between pasture lands of Belani Tsirapahina and Marandava. Since it is also an important part of the local conservation efforts, you'll also have the chance to witness the wildlife of Madagascar here. Number 4. Alberta, Canada. Many people, including yourself, have surely heard of the Rocky Mountains. But not many of you know Alberta as one of the most beautiful places in the world. This part of Canada is bordered by the popular mountain range. What makes it worth seeing are the colorful landscapes it's comprised of. Not to mention all the things you can do in this region. Does kayaking through one of Alberta's bodies of water while admiring the Rocky Mountains from afar and being surrounded by colorful trees and landscapes not sound appealing to you? Number 5. Petra, Jordan. A castle-like architecture that's carved from rocks? That alone should be enough reason to convince you to see this place. Imagine what people went through to build Petra. What did it take? How long did it take? The amazing city of Petra dates back to the 1st century BC as the capital of the Nabatean Arab Empire before it was annexed by the Roman Empire. Back in the day, the city thrived and prospered through trading, especially spices. Unfortunately, a big earthquake hit Petra in the 4th century AD, which led to the abandonment of the city. That said, its wonder remains and continues to welcome everyone who visits with amazement. Are you interested in visiting this UNESCO World Heritage Site? Number 6. Machu Picchu, Peru. There's a reason why Machu Picchu has gained so much popularity among world travelers since 1911, the year it was discovered. Its charm simply comprises all aspects that people seek in travels. Natural beauty? Check. Cultural experience? Check. Amazing architecture? Check. Historical aspect? Check. So whatever motivates you in exploring the world, Machu Picchu has got you covered. What is in Machu Picchu? These gorgeous ruins that sit on hills were once inhabited by the Inca tribes. They hold so many stories and historical value, despite all of the inevitable damages throughout time. The climb may be steep and challenging, but the reward is worth every drop of sweat. Number 7. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. You've probably heard of Galapagos even way before you've seen these magnificent images. These islands are stretched along the shores of Ecuador, creating beautiful terrains and making it a home to interesting wildlife, including penguins. Unfortunately, climate change affects the underwater ecosystem, which leads to the destruction of some parts of the island. It's the more reason to put Galapagos on top of your list. Grab any chance you get to witness its charm before global warming takes a complete toll on it. Number 8. TROMSØ, Norway. Who can deny the beauty of the Northern Light? It's simply fascinating. And the most popular place to see this phenomenon is Tromsø. This part of Norway is located right in the middle of the Northern Lights belt, providing the most breathtaking view. Not to mention how the fjord landscapes and mountain peaks give such a dramatic background to the night sky. Even the most standard camera will capture amazing pictures of this place. The best time to visit is during the annual Northern Lights Festival. It's a 9-day event where you get to enjoy Norwegian food and music as well. Number 9. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. A dormant volcano covered in snow is what Mount Kilimanjaro is all about. Besides being the highest mountain in Africa at almost 6,000 meters or over 19,000 feet above sea level. It has not only one volcanic cone, but 3. When the sun sets, you'll have a majestic twilight background, something you will capture for eternity, both through your eyes and on your camera. Many people climb this mountain every season despite how challenging and dangerous it is to conquer. But there's no feeling like reaching the top of a mountain, especially when it's one of the highest ones in the world. You don't have to climb it to enjoy its beauty. Many places in Tanzania offer its majestic view from afar. Number 10. The Joshua Tree National Park, USA. Who says the most beautiful places on Earth can only be found somewhere remote and secluded? In Southern California, there's a land where the ecosystems of Mojave and Colorado meet and create a unique terrain. A fusion of both, if you will. It may not sound that special, but you'll see that there's no other place in the world like Joshua Tree National Park. The natural ambiance is something you should feel for yourself. A road trip through the desert that ends with an overnight camp at the national park should be on your bucket list. On a clear night, you get to sleep under the stars. Number 11. Dead Sea, Israel. Not only is it beautiful, but the Dead Sea holds so many stories throughout the century. The site where it meets the Jordan River is so unique that you will never forget it once you see it with your own eyes. Unlike most seas or any parts of the ocean, the Dead Sea is a small body of water. But it's filled with interesting features, such as the salt islands. Yes, it's commonly known that the Dead Sea's water is highly saline, which is also why many people believe it has some sort of healing powers. It should come as no surprise that tourists visit to bathe in the Dead Sea's mud or float in the water. It contains so much salt that some say you can't drown in it. You can go ahead and try, but even if you decide to sit it out, the picturesque parts of the Dead Sea are more than Instagram-worthy. Number 12. Burano, Venice, Italy. Venice is widely known for its canals and gondola rides. But not many people know about Burano, an island in Venice. This island is where most fishermen live. And what's interesting about their houses is their colors. The colorful houses reflected on the canal or the Venetian lagoon is simply heartwarming. It may not be as breathtaking as other places we've seen on this list, but it's the simplicity that makes it worth seeing. Besides, who wouldn't want to visit other places in Italy on the way to Burano? Number 13. Waitomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Don't let its name stop you from visiting this beautiful place. Though it's literally a cave filled with worms, the site is not only pretty, but also amazing. Glowworms are commonly found in New Zealand, and only in New Zealand, especially in one particular place called the Waitomo Cave. This is located in the North Island, where the glowworm population is one of the highest. Glowworms naturally exude bioluminescent blue and green light. In Waitomo caves, they coexist in large numbers. Combine that with the darkness inside the caves, you get a magnificent view like no other. Number 14. Villarrica, Chile. How does a view of a lava lake on top of a snowy mountain sound to you? This place literally depicts the idea of the world of ice and fire. Who would have thought the two opposite things can be found and seen at the same time and at the same place? That place is Villarrica, Chile. This snow-covered mountain is an active volcano that rises above the region's biggest lake. It is so active that you'll get many chances to see from afar when the lava erupts gently. Number 15. ZHANGYE DANXIA Landform, China. These images speak for themselves. The topography, the contours, the colors, everything about this landform is just mind-blowing. This is a geological park in Gansu province of China. Though getting there is quite a task due to its remote location in the northern part of central China, the view that awaits you is worth it. How were these unusual colors formed? It all started more than 20 million years ago. Each layer of color is formed as mineral deposits laid down on the red sandstones. Besides the colors, this landform comes in unique outcrop shapes, from cones, castles, to humans. Where is your mind taking you? Of course, there are so many other beautiful places in the world that we cannot mention on our limited list, but these 15 represent different kinds of beauty that you might seek. So pick one place that is most appealing to you, or visit all 15. Why not? Have you been to one or some of these places? Share your stories in the comments section.